We all know Michael Jordan won 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, and 5 regular season MVPs. But here are some of the craziest stats and records that you don't know about Jordan. When it comes to getting buckets, nobody did it better than Jordan. And that's why many consider him the GOAT. Jordan led the NBA in scoring for a record 10 times, and with 30.1 points per game, MJ has the highest scoring average out of any player in NBA history. He's also the best scorer in the playoffs, with 33.5 points per game. Luka Doncic is second on this list, with 32.5 points per game, and the only other player averaging more than 30 in the playoffs. But if you think that's amazing, wait for some of Jordan's other stats, which are truly unbelievable. Out of 179 games in the playoffs, Jordan scored less than 20 points just 6 times, and he is the only player never to score less than 15 points in a playoff game. Jordan played 37 playoff series and outscored every single teammate and opponent he ever faced, except one. It was Terry Cummings in 1985, and he scored just one more point than Michael, who was still in his rookie season. In the 1960s, when the pace of the game and the number of attempted shots was the highest in NBA history, Elgin Baylor, Jerry West, and Rick Barry averaged 40 points per game in a playoff series once, and Bernard King did it one time in the 80s. Jordan is the only player to average 40-plus points per game for an entire playoff series more than once. And better yet, he's done it 5 times. One of those came in the 1993 NBA Finals against the Phoenix Suns, when Jordan averaged 41 points per game, which is the highest scoring average in finals history. In 1988 against the Cavaliers, his airness had back-to-back 50-point games, and is the only player in history with this accomplishment in the playoffs. Jordan averaged 45.2 points per game in that series, the second highest mark for any player in a single playoff series. Jerry West averaged 46.3 points in the 1965 Western Finals, but he was shooting 35 times per game. MJ has 8 50-point playoff performances, which is the most ever, as well as the most 40-point and most 30-point games in the postseason. To further put MJ's scoring superiority into context, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, and Wilt Chamberlain have put up 50 in the playoffs a combined 7 times. Some of the best scorers in NBA history, like KD, Iverson, and Harden, don't have as many 40-point playoff games altogether as Jordan has by himself. Michael entered the league in 1984, and by 1991, he had scored 40 on every team in the NBA. By the end of 1992, he scored 50 on every team in the Eastern Conference. And out of 930 games he played for Chicago, Jordan led the Bulls in scoring 793 times, which is more than 85%. During his entire career with the Bulls, Jordan scored less than 10 points only once, and that happened when he was nursing his ankle after a long recovery, and he played just 16 minutes, scoring 8 points. MJ is the oldest player to lead